there is a way to actually start making $10,000 a month relatively fast with the marketing agency in 2023, and that is to be in the right niche. In today's video, I'm going to give you the top 5 niches to get into right now. These are going to be some very varied niches. It's not going to be all the same in a super boring lead generation agency, because when you're first starting out as a marketing agency, you have to get into somewhat of an untapped market or have a unique approach to it. I do not believe that you can just call your local dentist 10,000 times and start making $20,000 a month. I believe there is a little bit more to it. And if you do not get these things down, and if you're not in one of these niches, you might actually be in pretty big trouble. But I'm not going to waste your time, so let's get straight into it. I'm going to give you 5 niches, and make sure that you stay until the end and leave a comment, because if you're in these niches, it's going to change your life if applied correctly. And I'm also going to give away $50 to 2 people that leaves a comment and watches the whole video through. But as I said, I'm not going to waste your time, so let's get straight into niche number 1. The first niche is actually going to be the niche that I'm in, and many people say that this niche is incredibly advanced and very hard to get started with, but that's simply not the case. You might just have the wrong approach to it, and that's actually running an e-commerce marketing agency. So how do you do that, you may ask, without any results? And obviously it's going to be a little bit hard, just like anything you start. You're going to work on a commission-based deals, and that's where all your money is made. So now you might be asking me, Henrik, why should I run an e-commerce agency in 2023? Isn't it saturated? The thing that you can have with an e-commerce agency that you can't necessarily have to the same extent with other agencies is the profit share model. So when I work with e-commerce stores, let's say I have 5 clients and they're all making $100,000 to $200,000 a month, which I know sounds so unrealistic to you right now, but you can actually do that because these are not big businesses. If I can have 20% of the profits of the sales that I make them, and they make $100,000 a month, and you have like 2 to 3 of them, you're making way more money through e-commerce clients than you would be making with the local agency, most likely at least. And what's going to happen is you will be irreplaceable to the marketplace. So they're going to keep working with you for a long time. So let's look at it. How do we actually find e-commerce clients? And there is a very good website of it, which is called Dropispy, which is what I'm searching up right here. And this video is not sponsored in any way. I just genuinely recommend it if you want to find e-commerce businesses. And on here, you can find pretty much all the e-commerce businesses on Facebook. You're going to find many bad ones as well. So you want to make sure that you actually filter here by, for example, first seen day 3 months ago, and you can filter by the comments, likes, and shares. And if someone has 50 comments on their ads, it's pretty likely that they're actually making money. Then what you can do is you can send a message to their Facebook page, as you can see right here, and offer them your service. The second agency I recommend you to start in 2023 is a short form content agency. And you probably heard about this one before, but here in a second, I'm going to talk to you about some very untapped ones. You have to understand that there's something called an evergreen market and a completely new market. That's kind of a weird way to form it. But evergreen market is a market that's never going to die out. And as we're moving into a world of more short form content, people don't have attention span anymore, which is probably why you have failed your business right now as well. Maybe it's time for you to go on a dopamine detox. I don't know, but we're moving into an attention economy and things are moving very fast. People want to look at short form content more than long form content. So what you can do is you can hit up YouTubers just like me, but as I said before, don't do it because I can't do that right now. You can hit up YouTubers just like me, find their emails in the description, and say that for the next month, you are able to cut up their videos for $300 to $500 a month. Like, this is not the most scalable agency, but if you just want to make, $4,000 or $5,000 a month and move out, this is perfect for you. You can email them and offer them a 7-day trial, or you can email them and offer them the 2 or 3 first videos made for them for completely free. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make a YouTube Shorts account for them. You can make a TikTok account for them, and then you can just start posting every single day. So what you can do is you can go to them and compile their content together into a short form video, just a 1-minute one. Then you can send the video to them and say, hey, I just made this video for you. If you want, I can set this up already tonight. And if you hustle and you reach out to these YouTubers and you do it a little bit cheaper than like $2,000 to $3,000 a month, you should be able to sign clients very, very fast. It's not super scalable because you might have to do some editing yourself, but this is probably the fastest path to make serious money right now, besides the 5th agency that I'm about to explain to you here in a second. The 3rd agency you can start right now is an Airbnb agency, and this is definitely one of my favorites because let's be completely honest, I'm sure you've scrolled at Airbnb before when you were planning a vacation with your friends or something, and what you saw is that so many of these Airbnbs actually have very good potential, but you just skip them because the pictures are horrible. If I'm ever going to go on a vacation and book an Airbnb, the first thing I'm going to look at is obviously the pictures, and I'm not even going to give the slightest chance to an Airbnb that looks bad because people want to move fast. They don't got time to look at a bad Airbnb. So you're probably asking me, Henrik, how do I run an Airbnb agency? It sounds kind of weird, but it's actually simple. What you can do is you can teach them how to take better pictures, or if you're in the same city, you can actually take pictures for them, and you can also type out the copywriting for them. You can make a description for them, re-optimize their Airbnb ads. You can type a longer description talking about the features of the Airbnb, just, all the normal things that you would have in an Airbnb. Actually, I'll show it to you right now instead. So as you guys can see right now, I pull up a random part of Florida, and And if we look at some of these Airbnbs, they're pretty bad. So the first thing we can do for this one is to optimize their actual pictures. But as you guys can see about this space, it's very, very short. All it says is you have access to pool, gym, and jacuzzi, but it's not really the best description. It doesn't give anyone a reason to buy. And if we compare that one to this one, and we can take a look at the description right here, it's way more in depth. It covers absolutely everything you need, and people are more likely to buy it. Because when you first come to an Airbnb and you see pictures like this, are you even going to give it a chance? Or if you see pictures like this, if we look at the pictures, this one is zoomed in. Like, why don't they go in the corner and make a better picture of it? It's very simple. This one shows pretty much half the bedroom. But if we look at the pictures here, guys, it's really bad. This one is even blurry. As you know, nobody's going to get this Airbnb. She has no reviews. Nobody's even tried it. So what we can do is we can send a message to the host and offer them advice on how to take better pictures, and also that we will type out the whole copy for them. And what they can do is they will book more people, but not just that, they can charge way more. So an Airbnb that used to charge $190 a night could now maybe charge $245, $270. So this is the third agency to start right now. It's very, very good. Before we talk about the fifth agency of this video, which is actually my favorite one, I'm going to talk to you about a very untapped one you probably have not heard about before. And it's definitely a newer market. So if you want to go somewhere where there's not much competition, this is definitely the agency for you. So the fourth agency is an average order value agency and an upsell agency. And you probably are very confused if you're not into e-commerce. But basically what this agency does is it goes to different types of businesses and increases their average order value. So let's say, for example, that I'm going to go and buy a guitar, and that guitar costs $290. But then for an extra $10, they give me 2 pairs of strings in case one of them breaks. For another $4, they give me a small cleaning kit. And for another $10, they give me some sort of other bonus. And for $5 more, I will get faster shipping and be a prioritized customer. Now the order just went from 290, or how much did I even say? Anyways, it went from like 290 all the way up to like 325. So we increased the average order value a lot. And what we can see on many of these e-commerce stores is that they actually don't really have any upsells. So look, I just pull up a random e-commerce store here. So you can see they're selling their product for $530 plus a free gel, which is worth $60. So that's already more so a reason to buy, which is things you can implement on the store. But if we see here, there's not really any upsells. So yeah, as you guys can see right here, we're getting this one for free, but there's no such thing as, for example, a free gel, like a free hand cream or some weird stuff like that. You guys know what I mean? There's no such thing as that when you're actually trying to purchase it, which is pretty bad because their average order value could be way higher, especially with a skincare product like this. They could do a lot more than that. The point is, many of these e-commerce stores are not doing enough to increase their average order value. Simply just by adding a bundle where buy more and the cheaper it gets, 10% off, 12% off, and 20% off when you buy 3 or when you buy 5 of them. By doing things like that, we can drastically increase their average order value. So that is agency number 4. It's very untapped. It's guaranteed to work because most of the stores just get approached by people saying, I'll run your ads, just give me $500. But if you can do this, you're actually showing them something unique and something they probably have not even thought about. The fifth agency, which is probably my favorite of this video, is a closing agency where you're being a high ticket closer, but it's more so a job. But I figured it's such a good opportunity right now that I just had to add it onto this video. Basically what it is you making an Instagram account, maybe buying some fake followers, just to grow your account a little bit and look a little bit more professional. What you can start doing is you can start reaching out to people who has a course, who has a program, who has a mentorship, and what you can do for them is you can close the deals for them. So you can ask for them, for example, a list of potential clients, and for every sale you make them, let's say it's $3,000 program, you get a $500 commission. It's basically commission-based sales. So what you do is you make the Instagram account and you just start DMing coaches, start DMing people who sells a real service, and you just close the deals for them. So the reason I brought up like gurus and people who sells programs in this is just because I think it's probably the best way for you to go about it, because they might not have time to really sit down and actually talk to all the customers, but they might have a $2,000-$3,000 program. So if I can work for some coach out there and close a $2,000 deal and I get a $350 commission, that's a lot of money. And if he's a pretty popular person and has a lot of followers, he probably has 5 to 10 appointments every single day, which is 5 to 10 chances for me to close a deal. And if I have, let's say, $300 per deal close, for example, and I close 5 deals in a day, I made $1,500 in just a day of closing deals. So what you have to do is you just have to talk to him and understand his or her offer, basically the program that he's selling. And it doesn't have to be coaches. It's just the first example I came up with. I know many people who does this. It's a very free business. You can work from pretty much anywhere in the world, and all you need to do is to be good at selling. And let me tell you one thing, if you know how to sell, you'll probably never go broke. It's the most valuable skill you can learn. And even if you were to fail this agency, you're going to get so much knowledge. And it's pretty much a no-brainer. You will take so much work off their shoulders, and all you ask for is a commission. All you ask for is a percent. It's definitely one of the best businesses to start right now. And I've closed hundreds of thousands of dollars over the phone, and you can do the exact same. All you need to do is to know about the product you're selling and go out there and close it. This business is getting a little bit popular right now, and I really recommend you to start up a business like this. Not like really an agency, but it's a very unique opportunity where you can make hundreds of dollars, if not even thousands, in just one day. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope that these 5 agencies to start right now gave you some good ideas as to what you can be doing. Don't just keep working and repeat if it's not working. Sit down, rethink, reanalyze, and see where you're going wrong, and try one of these 5 agencies. I hope that you found it valuable. Click and subscribe to it. Check out my Instagram and all the links in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.